Tottenham can win the Europa League. Yes, I am saying that before any Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, or Man United fans come at me. I honestly believe Tottenham can win the Europa League if we say somewhat injury free. If we don't get any big injury, and I know you can say that about a number of clubs. And even if we get the occasional injury, I do believe if Tottenham prioritise the Europa League, why not? Why not? We've made Champions League finals in recent years. We have got a relatively, I don't want to say relatively easy because I don't want to be disrespectful to any teams in there, but we have actually got quite a comfortable draw. Let me know your thoughts down below. The road to 25k subscribers is well and truly on, and we are now on the verge of 21,500. We'll be dropping videos later if Arsenal sign Sterling or Chelsea get Sancho. Bit ambitious, but you know the job. We can hit up to 1,000 likes, 500, 700 will be absolutely glorious. Let me know your thoughts down below. It is, of course, transfer deadline day. We've already dropped a video on Arsenal today with the David Ornstein exclusive with them signing Neto. But we're here to talk about Spurs. And I've dropped a video like this, similar on the main channel, which is predominantly a Tottenham audience. But I want to kind of get from a rival fan's perspective, Tottenham's transfer window and, of course, our group. Now, that is our fixtures. Roma at home, Rangers away, Ange Postecoglou, the former Celtic manager, back at the Ibrox again. AZ Alkmaar, Troy Parrott returns to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Ferencváros, I think that's pronounced, away. Karabag at home. We've played them a number of times in the Europa League. Galatasaray away. Arguably our most difficult fixture, Elfsborg at home and Hoffenheim away. Now, if we're being brutally honest, Tottenham should be beating AZ Alkmaar at home, Ferencváros away, Karabag at home, Elfsborg at home, arguably beating Rangers away. I fancy us to beat Roma at home as well. The two tough games I think we're really going to have is Galatasaray away and Hoffenheim, I think, could be a tricky one. But Roma, as it stands, lost at the weekend to Emboli. They've got Juventus coming up. They don't look, at their absolute best right now. If I'm being brutally honest, Roma is the game I would like first. I'd like a game at home to really test us against another established team in Europe. But overall, as long as we win our home games, so Karabag, Elfsborg, AZ Alkmaar, and Roma, and then pick up an away win against, let's say, Ferencváros or Rangers, that should be enough to progress us through to the next round, which will be the top 8 progress automatically to the last 16. If I'm being honest, I think Tottenham have had a good transfer window with departures. I think we've done a very good job. We've ripped up the likes of Ryan Sessegnon Contract, Tanguy Ndombele, Emerson Royale has joined AC Milan, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has joined Marseille, Joe Rodon has joined Leeds. A lot of these players, a lot of the dead wood have gone. We've brought through Dominic Solanke, who I think in this system should be getting a minimum of 25 goals in all comps, knowing the fact there's 8 games in the Europa League, 38 in the league. And you would imagine Tottenham realistically should be getting to the quarterfinal of the League Cup or the FA Cup. So as a bare minimum, Tottenham should have around 52, 54 games this season, kind of meaning Solanke should get 1 in 2. It is transfer deadline day. A lot of football clubs are somewhat frustrated with their clubs. I want to say there has been a delay to the transfer window due to the Copa America and the Euros. I do think some teams should have done more. I think Arsenal should get a winger over the line. I think City should bring another forward in. I think Man United need that at the end. They've brought Ugarte in. Tottenham, where I think we could struggle is on that left-hand side of the defence. Destiny Udogie and Mickey van der Ven. In terms of the right replacements we have got for our back line, our backup to left side is centre-back. You would imagine would be Ben Davies or Radu Dragusin. But I think the club are really banking on Archie Gray. He's kind of a can play everywhere, a jack of all trades. He potentially could play a number of games this season at fullback. Now, of course, this weekend we've got a tough game. I do think Tottenham should be beating Newcastle United. They played in midweek as well. They don't look confident. They're leaking goals. Tottenham have scored more goals than against Everton and Newcastle have scored in the 3 games they've played this season. Tottenham are the fitter team. And it's about time because we owe Newcastle United. They battered us 6-1 a couple of years ago. They beat us 4-1 last year. We need to just kind of make sure we're not getting countered nowhere near as much against Newcastle. But if I look across the Europa League to a T, I think Manchester United have probably got the easier of fixtures. If I'm being brutally honest, they have, of course, have got. Well, actually, you know that. I don't know. I think Man United, Porto away, Fenerbahce away, Jose Mourinho playing Man United again, Rangers at home. I think Man United should be getting through, but you know there are still a number of good teams: There's Athletic Bilbao, Porto, Roma, Sporting. Sorry, not Sporting. Lazio. You know, there is a Fenerbahce have got a tough lot of games. They've got Lyon and Man United and Athletic Bilbao. Realistically, I think Tottenham should be progressing very far into this competition. You look at Roma, they've got Athletic Bilbao, they've got Frankfurt, they've got Tottenham, Braga in there. It's going to be a very interesting game, but as long as Tottenham can keep players fit, I would, Ange Postecoglou notoriously wins silverware in his 2nd season at the football club. I'm not banking on that because obviously superstitions can change, but this is where he really, picks up the major honours. It's just that left side of defence. If we pick up an injury to Van der Ven or to a Destiny Udogie, then we could be in a very, very interesting situation come against teams in the league and in the Europa League. Bentancur apparently is going to be back in the team to face Newcastle United away. I think we should go with Basuma and Sarr personally. I think that's going to have the most, make the most sense. This would be the midfield and defense that I would play against most teams this season. You then obviously can throw in Archie Gray, you can throw in Bentancur, Bergvall. Giovanni Lo Celso will be leaving Tottenham as well as Sergio Reguilon. So that's more deadwood. We're moving on. If we're not prepared to bring in a left back / left-sided centre back in the remainder of the transfer window, which is only around 7 or 8 hours to go, I personally would hold on to Sergio Reguilon purely because I don't fancy our chances when it comes to the squad injury side of things. But we are still in a good position when you look at that back line. I think you can rotate Sarr with Archie Gray, and then the front line. You can have obviously Solanke will play down the middle. Son will play on the left. I think the right hand side. Obviously, Solanke is out of this weekend's game, so you'd imagine Son would go through the middle. I think he could go with a very attacking team that we saw similar to Everton. I think it would be criminal because Newcastle have got a much more balanced midfield of Bruno Guimaraes with Joelinton. They've got pace and power in there. But this is what I think the Tottenham lineup could look like throughout majority of the season. With Son and Solanke in there. And I think this is a team that can challenge and can win the Europa League if the right players are managed properly. That for me is our strongest 11 on paper. I don't want to see Brennan Johnson on the right. You have got him as squad depth. You got Archie Gray, Bergvall, Bentancur, Timo Werner, and Richarlison. But Tottenham wanted 2 strikers for the longest time at Tottenham we finally got that, and now they are both unfortunately injured for a couple of weeks. It looks like Richarlison's going to be out for 3 weeks. Let us know your thoughts down below. Make sure you from a rival perspective, where do you guys think Tottenham will finish? Because I've got somewhat a lot of faith in Ange Postecoglou, but it's just on that left-hand side of things for me where it's going to be very, very interesting. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.